Ladies and gentlemen, this is happening. The housing market in the United Kingdom is going down. The housing market in UK is going down together with the British pound. The average house price in the United Kingdom has not changed for almost 4 years. Ladies and gentlemen, what does it mean? It means that if the housing market, the average house price in the United Kingdom is not changing, that means it is losing to inflation, but it is also losing to, ladies and gentlemen, Swiss franc. Please look at this chart. This is disaster. Today it is lowest point, ladies and gentlemen, actually ever to Swiss franc. 1.038 to Swiss franc, ladies and gentlemen. This what is happening now is astonishing for us because we knew it, because we are analyzing the British pound and housing market and the currency market around the world, the forex. We analyze, and actually this is our point, that the British pound is losing to Swiss franc, and actually now it lost to the lowest point ever. Actually, please look at this: 1.03, ladies and gentlemen. 1 GBP equals to 1.038 Swiss franc. Ladies and gentlemen, that means the housing market counted, housing market nominated in Swiss francs is losing nominally. Ladies and gentlemen, please look at this chart. This chart represents that 100k just 5 years ago, 100k GBP was 131,000 Swiss francs, and then it lost to, ladies and gentlemen, 1.2, 1.1, 1.05, 1.04, and now it is on the level that actually the truth came true, ladies and gentlemen, 1.038. But the most important is this chart, because this chart represents the real fall of the British pound to Swiss franc, from 7 to 6 to 5 to 4 to 3 to 1, ladies and gentlemen, and sooner or later, the British pound will go down below 1 Swiss franc, and it will be 0.99 Swiss francs per 1 GBP, ladies and gentlemen. But this is not happening only to Swiss franc. This is also happening to euro. Please look at this chart. This is happening to euro. 1.3, ladies and gentlemen. 1.13, ladies and gentlemen. 1.13. 1 British pound equals to 1 euro and 13 euro cents. Ladies and gentlemen, this is very low. Please look at this 1 hour interval, and it happened. Ladies and gentlemen, it happened. The British pound is below, ladies and gentlemen, today, 14th of November 2025, ladies and gentlemen. It went down below 1.13, and it was just few minutes ago 1.12888, ladies and gentlemen. But we can check the 1 minute chart and candlesticks. 1 minute, ladies and gentlemen, and the lowest price, ladies and gentlemen, was 1.127. This is disaster. That means the housing market that is not moving up, it is going down, actually, counted in euro, nominated in euro, nominated in Swiss francs. Please look at this chart. And actually this is a bad news also for retirees. This is a bad news for pensioners, as the pensions are also going down, ladies and gentlemen. 8.5 million British pensioners receive only 768 British pounds monthly of pension. That means sooner or later this 768 British pounds will be less than that in euro. It will be around maybe 699 in euro if the British pound will go down as it's been going down for years. Ladies and gentlemen, it was a very good time 25 years ago to be a British pensioner. It was very good time to be British, because then in 25 years ago, 1,000 British pounds was almost 2k euro. It was a good time to be British, but now it is over, ladies and gentlemen. Now it is over. The housing market, counted in euro, nominated in euro, is going down. The pensions are going down, wages are going down, savings are going down, inflation is soaring, and high cost of mortgages and funding for business is very expensive. 100% more expensive than in Eurozone, and it is even not comparable to Swiss franc and to Danish crown or Swiss crown. Ladies and gentlemen, this is happening. This is over for the British pound and housing market until they will figure out something that will help them to recover. But there is nothing on sky, there is nothing on sea, and there is nothing on land, and there is nothing in the universe. There is nothing in cosmos. Ladies and gentlemen, the British pound even has very high interest rate of 4%. It is going down to currency that has interest rate only 2.15. Euro interest rate is only 2.15, but it is gaining to British pound. Ladies and gentlemen, the question is the euro so strong or the British pound is so weak? Ladies and gentlemen, this is simple. Euro is not strong. That the British pound is so weak, and it will be weak and weak and weak. But if the Bank of England will decide to lower interest rate, if the inflation will reduce, but today it is too high, it is 3.8%, one of the highest in the Europe, one of the highest in developed world, ladies and gentlemen, and it is deteriorating actually everything. But we can imagine that inflation is going down, let's say to 2.5 or 2.6, 2.7, and then the Bank of England will decide to lower interest rates to somehow 2.15. Then what would that mean? Well, if the all technical things would work, if the all technical things will work, all technical aspects, and no black swan will fly to us, ladies and gentlemen, then the British pound would go down like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, this is because the interest rate in the United Kingdom is 1.85 higher than in Eurozone. Then that means they need to lower interest rate every month by 0.25, and the last month will be 1.1 on 0.1 only. And what does it mean? That means if the mechanics will work as it is in theory, then that means, ladies and gentlemen, the British pound would go down to 0.95, 0.91, 0.89 in panic. And ladies and gentlemen, that means 8.5 million British pensioners will get their pension on very low level, because their pension will be around maybe 599 euros a month. It is so sad for those people, ladies and gentlemen. This is very sad, but the similar story is in whole Europe, so there are many places that the situation is even worse, or was always worse. Well, the thing is that just the British economy must tune to its normal standards after so many decades of very big importance. Now they are not important anymore. China, India, ladies and gentlemen, the Middle East and other countries are actually getting ahead. This is the over for British pound. Actually, this was over long time ago, 20, 25 years ago, 50 years ago. The process started 50 years ago, 40 years ago, and now we just see now the bottom. We now see final end. Please subscribe. Bye bye.